Checking yourself in the mirror every day is killing your gym consistency. I know that sounds backwards, but here's what actually happens. You look in the mirror, see zero changes, think nothing's working, and quit. Meanwhile, you're completely ignoring the type of progress that happens every single week. The progress that actually proves your training is working. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact metrics I track that have kept me consistent for years. By the end, you'll know exactly what to measure so you never lose motivation again. Because I used to be that person who quit every few months. I'd go hard for 6 weeks, check the mirror constantly, see nothing, and convince myself the gym wasn't for me. Until I figured out what successful lifters actually track. Let me show you what I mean. Here's the brutal truth. You are literally the worst person to notice your own visible progress. You see yourself every single day. Those gradual changes happening, you can't see them. It's like trying to watch grass grow. The change is happening, but when you're staring at it constantly, it feels like nothing's moving. And here's the problem. Visible progress is not only painfully slow, but you're also terrible at tracking it accurately. Your lighting is different every day. Your pump changes. Your water retention fluctuates. One day you think you look great, the next day you feel like you've lost everything. It's completely unreliable as a short-term metric. When I started taking my incline bench press seriously, I could press 60 kilograms for 8 reps. 3 weeks later, I was hitting 65 kilograms for 8 reps. That's concrete proof I got stronger. But if I looked in the mirror after those 3 weeks, I looked exactly the same. Nothing visible had changed. If I was only tracking visible progress, I would have thought those 3 weeks were wasted. But they weren't. My body was adapting. The visible changes just hadn't caught up yet. So here's what successful lifters actually focus on. Performance-based progress. If you're following a proper program, it becomes incredibly motivating to know exactly how many reps you hit last workout, and then try to beat that number next session. These small victories push you forward. These little goals. That's what makes this exciting instead of frustrating. Think of it like a video game. Imagine if there was no score, no levels, no progress bar. You'd quit in a week, but when you can see your numbers climbing, it's addictive. That's what tracking your lifts does. It gamifies your training. Now here's where this gets really important. Most people believe building muscle doesn't take that long, but that belief is completely false. When you see incredible transformations online, those are almost always from people who lost a significant amount of fat. When you get lean, you can suddenly see your muscles. The definition pops. The separation shows. But often, these people didn't build any new muscle mass. It just looks that way. Here's the truth nobody wants to tell you. Nobody builds 10 kilograms of muscle in 3 months. It takes more like 3 years. And I know that's not what you want to hear. But this is actually good news. Because once you accept that building muscle takes years, not months, you can stop putting pressure on seeing visible changes every week. You can focus on the things that actually keep you consistent. So here's what I focus on. Body weight, macros, and performance inside the gym. When I take care of those things consistently, visible progress follows, no matter how long it takes. To improve my lifts, I need to eat well and enough, sleep well and enough, manage my training load and recovery. When I first started, I had no idea how to manage any of this, but I started anyway, made mistakes, and learned from them. You don't need to have it all figured out to start. You just need to start, track what matters, and adjust as you learn. Let me give you the exact system to implement starting tomorrow. Instead of constantly checking the mirror, ask yourself these questions weekly. Am I eating more than my body burns so I have resources to build muscle? Am I eating enough protein, at least 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight? Am I following a training plan and getting stronger regularly? If the answer is yes to all 3, keep going. The changes will come. If the answer is no, you know exactly what to fix. Think of it like volume knobs. When you're tracking these things, it's easy to adjust them. I only increased my bench by 2.5 kilograms this month instead of 5. What needs to change? Am I eating enough? Sleeping enough? You can troubleshoot effectively because you have data. Compare that to just looking in the mirror. What do you change when the mirror doesn't show progress? Nothing specific. You just feel bad and eventually quit. The same principle applies for fat loss. Are you eating in a calorie deficit? Are you losing an average of at least half a kilogram per week? Are you hitting your daily step count? These are the metrics that matter, not whether your abs are more visible today than yesterday. Track your weekly average body weight, track your calories, track your steps. These give you immediate feedback about whether your approach is working. Let's say week 1 you lose 0.5 kilograms. Perfect. Week 2, you only lose 0.2 kilograms. You now have a clear signal something needs to adjust. Maybe drop calories by 100 to 200, maybe add 2,000 more steps daily. You have control. You're not just hoping and guessing. Let me paint you a realistic picture of progress. You start with a proper program. Week 1, you bench 60 kilograms for 8 reps. Week 2, you hit 60 kilograms for 10 reps. Week 3, you move up to 62.5 kilograms for 8 reps. Within 3 weeks, you have concrete proof you're getting stronger. Your training is working. But if you look in the mirror after those 3 weeks, you probably look exactly the same. This is where most people quit. They think, what's the point? I'm not seeing results. But they're wrong. Those strength gains are the results. The visible changes are just the lagging indicator. They're coming. They're just delayed by weeks or months. It's like planting a seed. You water it daily, give it sunlight, tend the soil, but you don't see a plant the next day or next week. Underground, roots are forming. Growth is happening. Then one day, a sprout appears. The same thing happens with your body. Adaptations are occurring at the cellular level. Your muscles are being repaired. Your nervous system is getting more efficient. You just can't see it yet. But when you track performance, you have proof it's working. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 4 weeks, stop checking yourself in the mirror obsessively. Stop taking progress photos every 3 days. Instead, commit to tracking what actually matters. Track your workouts. Write down lifts, reps, sets. Every week, try to improve something. Track your nutrition. Know your calorie intake. Hit your protein target. If losing fat, track your weekly average body weight, not daily fluctuations. If losing fat, track your steps or cardio. Do this for 4 weeks without stressing about visible changes. Then, after those 4 weeks, take a progress photo and compare it to where you started. I'd bet you'll see visible changes you would have missed checking daily. Because when you stop obsessing over the mirror and focus on the behaviors that drive progress, you actually achieve more visible progress than before. You get better results when you stop fixating on results and start fixating on process. Building an impressive physique takes years of consistent effort, stone by stone, brick by brick, workout by workout. But if you show up, track your progress, focus on controllable factors, and stay consistent, you will get there. The changes will come. It just takes longer than social media conditioned you to expect. And that's okay, because you're not just building muscle. You're building discipline and a sustainable approach to fitness that will serve you for life. If you found this helpful, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want more no BS fitness content that actually works. Drop a comment telling me which metric you're going to start tracking this week. Lift numbers, body weight, steps. Let me know. I'll see you in the next one.